Hello and welcome. If you're new to this channel, my name's Jenny from In My Spare Time Crochet, and I love all things crochet and yarn. This video is all about the Crochet Your Collection Challenge, which is another little challenge being hosted by Stacey at Stacey Makes, an Apple Tree Boutique, and April from the Cozy Buckeye. Now, Tammy from Crafty Mumpreneur did, in her video, she did put out a call to anyone who wanted to do it. And I was already going to do it because, let's face it, I'm definitely one of these people that have a number of patterns that I have not yet made. Now, there aren't too many rules to this challenge. I'll pop a little picture in here somewhere. Basically, you need to make at least one pattern from your stash, tag the designers, follow them, all the things, share the love, tag Stacey and April as well. And if you yourself have a YouTube channel or anything, then, you know, go ahead, make a video or just share it on your socials. But it's a great idea. It's very, very similar to something that I tried to get started way back in January. It was the pattern stash busting challenge, and I did really well for probably a month and a half, I think, and then I totally fell off the wagon. I've bought a number of patterns since, and so this challenge was a reminder to get back on track, slow down on purchasing patterns, and actually make some that I had already purchased. So pattern number one, I actually did finish it this morning because I was trying to make it in a hurry because I wanted to gift it to a student at school. Of course, he was away today, so that's going to have to wait until tomorrow. But this pattern is the Horned Lizard pattern by our friend Kate from Crafty Kate. I have had this one in my stash since the 30th of April, so that's, you know, considering it is now August, that's a fair while. So, and knowing that I had the perfect recipient for this pattern, I decided to go ahead and make it. I used Paddy's Plush in the colour, I'm pretty sure this is Wombat. I'm fairly sure, Mel will correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I have a feeling this is Wombat. Either way, it's a beautiful colour. It's great to work up with. I used a 5mm hook, and it would have looked great in, I had a really good variegated Bernat blanket, but I didn't want it to be too big, so I just stuck with Paddy's Plush, and here he is. I really, really love how he turned out, and I cannot wait to gift this guy. My little recipient has a lizard himself. This is not quite the same, but he's going to love it, I think, nonetheless. I really enjoyed this pattern. I think it was definitely a bit different to what I'm used to. The only thing, and Kate, I know I can say this to you, and I know you watch my videos. Oh my gosh, the picot stitches. I hate them. Honestly, I really, really think they are my least favorite stitch in the world. I don't know why. They're not difficult. I just don't like them. So, yeah, they're not perfect. They just never come out great for me. But anyway, look, he did turn out really, really well. I was thinking, though, that maybe you could do those as bobbles instead. They probably wouldn't turn out as great. And Kate, I'm sure that you can drop me a comment here and let me know. But wow, I hated the picot stitches. Aside from that, it is a fantastic pattern, and I will be making more of these guys. But I'm very glad to have ticked this one off the list because, as I said, it's been a number of months since I had this pattern. So I'm really glad. And I'm really happy with how he turned out. I think he looks fantastic. And I would like to make some of these to pop down in the little collective where I sell my items, because it's something really, really different and, yeah, out of the ordinary. So I love it. Great pattern, Kate. Absolutely love it. Let me know what you think about replacing those picots though. And I don't know, sorry about that, I don't know what it is about them. I just don't like them. So anyway, that is pattern 1, and I'm going to be aiming for at least 5, I think, and there's certainly no shortage of patterns to go through. So I think next up, I think I'm going to go for, it's called the Pawsome Buddy. I'll have a picture of it here, and it's by Cozy Friend Creations. I've had that one since June 30th, so not as long, but it's something a little bit different, so I think I'll give that one a go. So I'll hopefully see you soon with a finished Pawsome Buddy. Good morning. It is the following day, and I just thought I'd hop on quickly to show you pattern number 2 that I have managed to finish up from my collection. This is the Pawsome Buddy pattern. It's by Cozy Friend Creations, and I've had it in my stash since June 30th, so not too long actually, and I'm actually quite happy with the result. So here we go. Isn't it gorgeous? Little tail at the back there. It did take a little bit of time. I sort of picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down. So it probably took at least an hour and a half, I think. And as you can see, it's not overly big. I mean, I think it's adorable. And I think that I have a feeling that it'll be snapped up at the collective where I sell my items. Now I'm pretty sure I probably did too many double crochets in the bobbles because they're quite big, but I don't really care. I didn't look at the pattern. Actually, it doesn't even say in the pattern. Oh yes, it does. No, hang on, that is correct. I did do this the right amount. They're just quite large. I think I could probably do one less double in my bobbles and it would still look cute. There's obviously quite a lot of color changes in this pattern, so that's probably the longest part. The legs and arms are crocheted in, so you sew the ears to the head, but that was no problem, and then you sew the head to the body, and you attach some yarn and then do the tail. That's just a chain and then single crocheting back, but I quite like how it just naturally twists there. I've used Paddy's Plush for the white, and the other colours are all Zaddy Crafts yarn, but it's really, you can leave it unstuffed for a lovey, but it's so small that I figured I would keep it as a plushie. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the little fuzzies out because I have embroidered the eyes on. The pattern did call for face shaping, but I decided to leave it as it was. But I think it's really, really sweet. The pattern was okay. Like it was okay. I don't know. I think I might make more of these, but I think I'll do less color changes, and I may even make some in some brown colors because, you know, that's generally what color they are here in Australia. So I might experiment with that. I might have another go, do less color changes, so only have the pink for these little parts here and keep the rest brown. And we might see how that goes, but I am interested to see whether he does get snapped up at the collective. But there we go, pattern number 2 done, and I'm very happy with it. So then just this morning I decided on pattern number 3, and this is Greta and George, and it's by Stitched by Scott. So I'm going to be doing Greta with her little overalls and little banana hat. I have had this pattern only since the 29th of June. So again, not a terribly long time, but I am keen to get it done. So this is what I have so far. I'm using Paddy's Plush yarn in, no, I think when I did the lizard, I think I called that wombat. It's not, it's bandicoot. So I've corrected myself there, Mel. So the brown is wombat and the lighter creamy beige colour is bandicoot. And they go really, really well together. So I cannot wait to get this one finished. So a little bit more to go on the head, and then I can do the ears and then move on to the body before the accessories. So, you know, it'll take a little while, but I'm hoping it's going to be really, really cute. So I'll give you an update once I have done that, and then we can get on to the next pattern. Alrighty. I haven't had quite as much crochet time as I would like. However, I have got Greta finished, except for her tail. She still needs her tail and then her outfit. So hopefully I will get that done this afternoon. I feel like I did do the yarn under, yarn over technique, and I feel like it's probably not 100% symmetrical here, but that's okay. I think, especially from a distance, it looks absolutely fine, and I think it's just probably the perfectionist in me. But I'm really looking forward to seeing her with her little outfit and her tail. So I'll be back on soon to show you that, and then we will pick the next pattern. Okay, picking up where we left off here, we're working on Greta the monkey, and she was just waiting on her outfit pretty much. So here we go, she is done. I think she turned out really, really well. I have sewn the little banana hat on, and yeah, it's not designed to sort of come on and off, so it's secured really nicely there. I have used Paddy's Plush for all of the monkey, and I think I've mentioned that in the colours Wombat and Bandicoot. And I have used Zaddy Craft, I think it's called Playful, the yellow, for the banana hat and the overalls. So I think it turned out really well. You'd think that I would be doing overalls and things after my big cow order, but I think there's just something so adorable about an animal in clothing. I don't know what it is, but I think it turned out really well. I didn't take too much notice of the time because honestly, I picked it up and put it down quite a few times. So I would estimate probably somewhere between 1.5 hours to 2 hours, maybe, I think this took, but it's definitely really, really sweet. So a lovely little pattern by Larissa at Stitched by Scott. And I think the next time I make it, I will definitely make the George version. He looks really, really cute as well. So lovely little pattern there. So then this next one I whipped up this morning. So it was a fairly quick make. And this is the 12-in-1 Baby Chicks and Cuddle Mellows in Hats pattern. That's a bit of a mouthful. This is by the Stitch Studio CA. This one has only been in my stash, if you like, since the 30th of July, but I was quite keen to work on those. So there's lots of different varieties for the hats, 12 in fact, and then you can either make the marshmallow or the little chick. So the one that I made this morning was a chick with a blueberry hat. So I think it turned out really well. It was fairly quick. I have to say that it's bigger than I had imagined, and the hat goes as wide as 30 stitches, I think, and the chick is 24. So it's probably not as small or as quick as I would have thought. I mean, it's quick, but not as quick as I thought it was going to be. It definitely is really cute, and I'm going to make a few more of them for sure. you come back and attach yarn to do the little wings at the end. So I think when I make the chick next time, I think I'm going to work out, I think I'm just going to try and do that in the round because I would prefer to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's very cute, and I'm definitely going to make some more of them. But I know there are probably patterns out there that turn out smaller, and they're not going to be as wide as 24 stitches. So if you have made something like this before and you know of a pattern that is smaller and that is probably going to work up quicker, please drop a comment below because I'd be interested in that. I mean, this is still very, very cute, and I feel like it would sell, but it's not going to be at the price point that I was hoping, if that makes sense. So I will make one of the marshmallow ones next, maybe the one in the frog hat. That looks adorable. So yeah, you'll see that on my channel at some point, but just not quite as small as I would have hoped, but I will make some more of them. But yeah, definitely let me know if you know of one that's going to maybe work up a bit quicker. So that is the fourth one, and brings me to my last one, which is going to be for this video. But this challenge has definitely got me inspired to work through some of the patterns in my collection, that's for sure. Now, I did make the tiniest of start on this last pattern this morning, and I'm going to hopefully finish it up this afternoon. And that is the mini brontosaurus pattern by Crochet Grove. This is the first Crochet Grove pattern that I've ever bought, and I know that her patterns are very, very popular, so I'm surprised that it's taken this long, but anyway, here I am. I've made the tail. I'm using this beautiful color. This is one of the new Zaddy Craft colors. This is Intuitive, I believe. It's really nice and soft, and it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous green color. I love it. So I'm keen to see that finished. So we might work on that now, and I'll get back to you at the end and show you how I've gone. Alrighty, we are finished, and I don't know, here he is, I'm not too sure. I've just done a little bit of embroidery, given him some eyebrows and little nostrils, which is a bit hard to see. I don't know. I mean, I do think it looks rather cute, but it took, I think, probably at least an hour and 3/4, and I just think for the size, I just don't know that I would do it again. Having said that, I will do it again and see if I can get it down quicker, but in regards to the pattern, what I will say is that I was really glad that there were some QR codes for explanation of some of the rounds, because I needed them. I needed the visual of what was being explained. So And you know, it is quite a unique way of doing the legs and the body and whatnot. So very glad that the QR codes were in it. I don't like how the feet, so where you go from, you're working in the third back loop and then in the next round you go into single crochets, and I'm not sure if you can see it looks like a spiral because third back loop all the way around and then into single crochet. So maybe I should have slip stitched. I don't know. I just don't like how the bottom of the feet has that spiraled look. It's hard to explain what I mean, but I'm sure you can probably see what I'm getting at. My legs seem to, see how they're a bit spread out? Hers doesn't seem to look that way in the pattern, but that's how mine turned out. Just not too sure about this one. I love the colour. So that was Intuitive by Zaddy Crafts, and this is just one of the new Paddy's Plush colours for the spot. The jury's out as to this one. As I said, I think I will give it one more go in a different yarn at a different time and see if I can get that time down quicker, because I do think that people would really like them at the collective where I sell my items, but I just don't know if it's time-wise, if it's worth it. But if you have made this pattern, or if you're really familiar with doing your feet like this, and yours don't turn out with that spiraled effect, if you know what I'm saying, please drop a comment below and let me know what I can do to fix that, because that's just bugging me a bit. I also, there's a few times when you're working, actually the start of the feet it doesn't use a magic ring, it uses the 2 single crochet and then working into that. I think I'd prefer to just do a magic ring, so next time that's what I would do. And you're working with the belly and starting off the head, you're starting with a chain, and that's okay, but I just found this yarn's actually really, really soft, so it was a bit trickier because the yarn was so soft. But anyway, look, it's done. I'm very happy to have tried the pattern because I've been looking at it for some time, so I'm up for any suggestions of how to do it better and quicker. So if you've done it, please help me out. So I will try that at least one more time. Let's do a little recap. We've got the little blueberry hat chick. Definitely going to try that in the marshmallow, and yeah, I am interested to know whether people have similar little novelty chicks and things like that that are smaller and work up quicker. We've got the monkey, Greta. She's probably a one and done just because she does take quite a while, but I am going to, as I said, make George the one with the longer limbs and no clothing, no accessories. That was stitched by Scott. And we've got the Pawsome. The Pawsome was Pawsome Buddy by Cozy Friend Creations. And I think I will, as I said, make this one again, but do different colours, less colour changes, and that will make it a little bit quicker. But I do have a feeling this one is going to be popular as well. I have already gifted my horned lizard, and that was really, really well received. So I will be making another one of those at some point. But as I said, Kate, if you're watching, give me an alternative to the Pico stitches if you can. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't like them. But anyway, that is a wrap on my, what was it called? The Crochet Your Collection Challenge. Thanks, ladies, for another fun challenge. I know that there's many of you out there that, like me, have a very large number of patterns that you probably haven't even downloaded yet. So go and check out your stash, make some patterns, if you're on YouTube, do a video, tag the ladies, tag the designers. Again, it's a little bit like sharing the love, but also going through your collection. So I really enjoyed this challenge. I hope you enjoyed the video as well. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like, drop me a comment below if you like, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye for now.